Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the YouTube Huddle Up. It is February 12th, 2 days before February 14th. Oh, which reminds me, I have to do an in-game Final Fantasy 14 Valentine's Day event. Anyway, hi, everybody. Sorry I could not be here yesterday. Um, I don't know if you can tell, I'm not quite at 100% yet. I still have, I still feel really, snotty. But I was so sick last week, which was so frustrating. It was frustrating because I was already sick in December. But what I tried to do was not be frustrated about it because look, if morale is good and all I have to do is write it out, fine. So I tried to be positive, but definitely by the end of the week, I was feeling bummed. It was like really starting to get to me. And what I ended up doing was streaming for like 10 hours on Heather Just Play. Huge win for me, exactly what I needed, and really kicked off, um, well, more like gave shape to something that I have been really thinking about very deeply for a very long time. So I'll tell you more about that today. I'm very excited to talk about it. But again, I apologize. I wasn't here last week. I've got the scoreboard pulled up here. It's nice to see our fresh board. So I did delete last week. You guys had a freebie, but from here on out, we will continue. So today, February 12th, I think today's sticker is going to be, I think we're going to do a bolt today. A spark. Let me see. Wow. Boom, boom. But I'm excited because I just have things to share. Actually, let's do the sparkle and I'll tell you why. This is very relevant. Okay. So before we get into what I want to talk about, as usual, we're going to start with our goals and wins. So if you are new here to the YouTube Huddle Up, this is a weekly accountability group of people who are working on their YouTube channels. We check in every Wednesday to share what our goal for the week is that we're going to be working on. And then we come back the following week to share our wins. Everyone here is building all kinds of different YouTube channels, which is, we're a really great, diverse group. It's a great group to bounce ideas off of, get feedback, but then also share input in terms of what is happening on YouTube from your end, from your perspective, from, the comments that you're reading or the videos that you're watching or whatever you're seeing in YouTube Studio. So this is a wonderful group of people. And if you'd like to join our scoreboard, it's totally free. All you have to do is let us know what your goal is for the week, and then you just jump right in. So with that said, let's catch up with the comments. Andre is here. Hey, David, welcome back. Ready for some huddling. Davidson is here. Hello, hello. Johnny, win. Didn't hit my goals, but wrist and elbow surgery went well. Goals are to work on ideas while down and out for a couple weeks. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad the surgery went well, Johnny. I had no idea that you had surgery, but I'm glad it went well. Now you can just focus on recovery. Not the same thing, but I will say that Tom, when he got COVID, I think it was December of 2020. And okay, it was December. So it was still the first year, but we'd come a long way in terms of what are we dealing with. But he was so freaking sick. So sick. But it was he's also someone who can't sit still for long. So come day 5, day 6, he was already itching, very antsy. And he ended up going down this whole rabbit hole of doing research on YouTube videos, finding out what he liked about other people's YouTube channels. And it really was it was almost like a retreat, a creative retreat for him, because he was sick and it allowed him to break out of routine, right? And he was able to have the time to put some thought into how he can level up his process. So hopefully that is kind of similar to what it could be for you, where you're just kind of reevaluating. You have that time to reevaluate. Okay, what happened to my sparkle, man? I had a sparkle, now it's gone. Let's see. Where did my sparkle go? There it is. Boom. Okay. No. Sorry, we'll get there. Oh, there it is. That's where it went. Bam. Okay, so Johnny. Boom. So, KWA Comedy. Hi, all. Been a minute since I've been able to make it. Glad to finally get to share some wins and golds. Andre, quick question. Are we counting wins since last huddle up or for the last week? That is a good question. I will leave that up to you. I trust you guys. Whatever you think. You still sound nasally. Yeah, I feel nasally. And I keep having to like clear my throat. Like still, well, I'm not 100%. So hopefully you can bear with me. And I don't know, I'm hoping next week it was Saturday night, not last Saturday, but the Saturday before, where I was like, oh my gosh, Tom, I think I'm getting sick. And then the next morning, it was just like, my throat was so sore. Always starts with a sore throat. And it's like, oh, it's just the worst. Introvert Amateur was also sick and hopefully is now recovered. Good to see you. The sickness is running through my school. Oh my gosh. Craziness. Yeah. Beer on Nerd is here. Happy Huddle Up Day, everyone. Introvert Amateur. I feel you, Heather. I was basically sick since December and finally got better after overcoming the flu a week and a half ago. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It all, obviously no one wants to be sick and it kind of always hits you when you least expect it. But yeah, I feel like everyone I knew got sick. So hopefully we all got it and we should be good for a couple months, Manny's here, edited to podcast. Awesome. Let me add that to the board. Boom. Wins. Oh, you know what? Let me put this. Wins for the 12th. Yeah, wins for the 12th. Okay. Manny, where are you? Here you are. Sweet. Okay. Actually, I'm really excited to talk about some stuff today. Dave Den in the house. I've been waiting all year to say this. Manny's goal is to record a long form video other than a regular podcast. Oh, that's exciting. That'll be fun. Manny. Sweet. Okay. Let's see. Volpe Punk in the house. Hi, everyone. Charles is here as well. Hello, everyone. Okay, Volpe Punk recorded content for new videos. Awesome. Win. Volpe Punk. How exciting, exciting. And Beer Nerd, win. Uploading my video at this exact moment. Actually, that's what I should do. I should give you guys a heads up. So I'm exporting a 2-hour video right now. And I'm really hoping that I can do the huddle up. I really don't know. And then after it exports, I'd like to upload it. So because it's huge, it's 2 hours. But I want to get it up as soon as possible. So if hopefully my laptop here can handle it, but if I freeze or drop out, that is what is happening. Okay. Beer Nerd. Wait, did I miss somebody? Johnny, Manny, and Volpe. Johnny, Manny, and Volpe. Oh, okay. Goal for Volpe. Record 1 video of 2 planned. Sweet. Let's go. Goal next week. Perfect. Okay. Introvert Amateur win. Uploaded 1 YouTube video and preparing for upcoming collab. Plus uploaded 2 Instagram reels. Yes. Perfect. I think I mentioned this. Introvert Amateur is doing like a 365-day challenge, a photo challenge on Instagram. So if you want some more inspiration, it's so great. I get inspired when you guys are also working on your thing. So let's see. Win. Boom. Perfect. Okay. Rusty Caseymoto in the house. Latest video got a lot of attention. Only 6 subs away from 1K. Congrats. And your goal is to have a video idea. You just need to record it. Yes, let's go. Congrats, Rusty Caseymoto. How exciting. Okay. Already making so much progress, everybody. Okay, let's see. Goal for introvert amateurs to record 1 or 2 videos. Great. Great. Goal. Go. I will explain why my video that I'm exporting is 2 hours long. I had so much trouble with it because it's a 2-hour long 4K file. So I actually had to export it in 1080 and then edit it because nothing I had could handle it. Just everything kept crashing. All right, KWA Comedy win. No real win this week. Being here for me is a win today and not on a bus. Awesome. We'll take it, Kathy. That's a win in my book. I'm also happy I'm here as well. Wait. And then win, Andre, 2 long forms and a short in the last 2 weeks. Look at you go. That's great. Congrats. Congrats. All right, Andre. Bam. Shotgun Studio. Got into 3D printing and going to be doing videos on that. I posted 1 video last week on that subject and it did well. Goal is to get the video I'm working on next uploaded by the weekend. I'll tell you, 3D printing is definitely a niche. So that's very exciting. Shotgun Studio. Here you are. Got your sticker. Kathy's goal is a weekly blog post for Pop Culture Kids and record a video. Let's do it. Oh. Okay. Charles's win finally released. I'm back video. Oh, congrats. I can't wait to check it out. How fun. Does it feel good to finally get that out? Yay, how exciting. I like your goal here. Do you see that? Look at Charles's goal. Finish and gulp post my I'm back video. And then look at that. Win. Finally released the I'm back video. Yay. Oh my God, I love it. That is awesome. I love seeing those side by side. All right, Charles's goal is to try that 10-day challenge you mentioned. Probably going to schedule a new video every day though. I like that cadence. Yeah, I'm telling you, I have said it many times here on the Huddle Up, but the 10-day tackle, just make a video every day for 10 days. You will learn so much in 10 days. It will really inform so much. Like, the way to dispel doubt is through action. And 10 days is an achievable, workable timeline that doesn't, like 30 days is a lot, right? For all of you guys, many of us here have done 30-day challenges, but sometimes it doesn't need to be that long. I think like even just doing 10, I think 5's too short, 7's too short. I feel like you need to have like go through 1 week at least and then change. If that makes sense. All right. Charles, did I give you your sticker? Yes, I did. Okay, real talk. Did you add more hats in the background? Yes, Manny. And we actually did it on stream on Heather Just Play. So there is a right here is the light switch and the thermostat, and it was just bugging me. It was like the one thing about what you see that was bugging me. And I was looking for all kinds of solutions to kind of cover it up. Um, we looked into like tape, like putting a cool tape design on the light switch and the thermostat. I was gonna put a shelf there. I was gonna like hang things from the ceiling. Tom's uh, suggestion he kept bringing up was to take this is a curtain with the PlayStation buttons on it. There's another half on the other side of the window, so I was gonna take that and hang it there. But the problem that I have found when it comes to YouTube backgrounds and symmetry is that when everything is symmetrical, it's so obvious when you're not centered. And it's so distracting when you're like just a little bit off. So I like things to be a little bit messier. So I didn't want to do the curtain because I felt like that was going to make it too symmetrical. And I have a bunch of hats, and it was all on a mic stand. And I was like, you know what? I like my hats. I think they, they're a huge part of me, and they're also decorative. So I was like, instead of like putting this in the closet or hanging it on a mic stand, why don't I just like put it right there? So we got um, these like hat things on Amazon. It's just like it has like adhesive, and then you slip like this part of your hat into it, and there you go. But the cool thing that we did was we got this new wall rope light. So it goes all from the top of the door all the way down and then all the way across the floor back there. And I love it. And it's a Govee light, so you can do all kinds of it's RGB, right? So you can do all kinds of modes, and the lights can pulse and make it real moody and vibe, and you can, set it up with Alexa and all that. So, yes. But it was cool because we had the hats had been up there for a while. I did that on stream. Tom and I did it on stream with Heather Just Play. So, yeah. So here's one of the things we could talk about. This whole thing right here, not that big of a deal, but it was so cool because we did it all on live. So people, when they watch future videos, they can feel like they have like they contributed to the set, which is a huge character for YouTube channels, right? So they can say like they were there when we installed this light and put up these hats and all of that. Okay. Dave, record 2 videos is the goal. Let's do it. Sounds like a plan. Dave, I got you right here. It's like still hard to breathe through my nose. I'm not 100% there. 2 hours. I can't wait to see it. Yeah, so I'll explain what it is after this. Andre had to reference Mr. Buck in my last video since I made a cheapo version of his SM7B wireless mic with a Rode and a DJ mic 2 and a paper towel roll tube. Hope he doesn't mind. Of course he doesn't mind. But I'll make sure he looks out for it. Call me Cubby. Hi. All of my footage got corrupted when I uploaded to iMovie last week. Have to regroup and try again. Oh, how frustrating. I'm so sorry. But your goal is to post any video by next week. Let's do it. Call me Cubby. Man, I also was. So here's a funny story. When was it? I think it was Friday, right? So I was sick last week and I was starting to feel defeated. And then, hold on, let me finish this. All right, cool. So I was sick last week, and towards the end of the week, every single day that passed, I started to feel more and more frustrated and discouraged. And then I decided that, okay, Friday, I think I'm feeling okay enough to play Final Fantasy 14. Tom really wanted to play, and we wanted to do this thing that required 7 other people. So I jumped into the Heather Just Play Discord. I scheduled this event. 2 too many people signed up, so I had to like formulate 2 different groups and coordinate it all and do like assignments and everything. And I scheduled this thing for 5 p.m. Okay. And like, mind you, I was feeling so useless for a week already. And I was like, I just need to do this one thing. And I want to do this one thing. It was just play video games, right? But it required a level of event planning and coordination. So anyway, I sent out a reminder to the Discord, and basically the way that I set it up was that this entire long message I wrote got instantly deleted 2 minutes later because of whatever Discord things. And then right when I was ready to like start the whole thing, PlayStation goes down for 24 hours right at 5 o'clock p.m. Like right I couldn't believe it. I could not help but laugh because it's like I it was just one thing. I just wanted to do one thing. And like I kept hitting thing after thing and I couldn't even log on. And I thought it was going to be just a quick, maybe it's our internet, maybe it's just like I don't know, it's going to be down for like 5 minutes. No, it was down for 24 hours. It was I think the longest that PlayStation had gone down in like a decade. So, or maybe even longer than that. I'm sure it was big news, so maybe you heard about it, but I couldn't. It's just the irony of scheduling it at the exact time was just so funny. But I'm glad, again, I ended up streaming on Saturday for Tom and I streamed for like 3.5 hours, and then on Sunday streamed twice for at least 2 hours each. So it was a lot of streaming, and I definitely ended up feeling the win. But oh man, I was like, come on, world, what is happening? Okay, the hats look nice. Hats are sweet. Where were you when Heather hung the hats is now a thing. VR Nerd. Anyone else stopped receiving email, YouTube notifications for comments left on your videos? Used to always receive inbox notifications, all notifications turned on, but stopped receiving on February 2nd. Oh, how interesting. I only have them turned on for one of my this channel actually. And then the other ones I don't have turned on. And I still get them. So maybe it was like an update or something. I don't know, but it's still working on my end. Short answer to your question. All right. So where do I start with this one? Let's see. Tom and I have been thinking a lot about sustainability in terms of how do we continue to do YouTube, like we have been doing YouTube full time for years at this point, which is an awesome, privileged place to be, which we recognize took a lot of hard work to get there. But now, like, I think you guys know this, we're not on the train for constantly moving goalposts and, never ending growth and all of that. Now to us, it's about sustainability. How do we maintain this? Growth would be awesome, but the important thing to us is how do we sustain this in a way that also is like fulfilling for us personally, right? And it's something that we talk about all the time. And one of the things that I've been thinking about for me is like, if I could do anything, right? Like if everything is equal, everything is an equal option, then how do I determine which one is worth pursuing? Which one is like actually the thing that is going to wake me up and make me excited and all of that. The thing that's going to make me push through when I feel not motivated, right? And I started to really realize that for Heather Just Play, a lot of the things come very easily, right? And I was comparing it to other things in my life where sometimes it feels like it takes more effort, or sometimes I hit friction. But with Heather Just Play, it's always kind of just been a flowing river where it just kind of like everything just always goes with the flow. Actually, you're going to hold that thought, and I'm going to drop my video into YouTube right now because that 2-hour video has finished exporting, and I know it's going to take forever to upload. So I'm going to drop that in right now. Give me 1 second. Upload video. So one of the things that Tom and I have been talking about is how everything is starting to look the same, right? So Tom always talks about fast food chains and how when we grew up, this is going to sound like super boomer, but when we grew up, every fast food chain had a personality. Like you can tell from the outside that each one looked different. Taco Bell looked one way, Burger King, McDonald's, whatever. Like they all had their own personalities, their own distinguishable brand. Now, everything kind of looks the same. Like yes, there's the logo, but there's nothing like it's nice. It's modern, but there's no personality, there's no character. It all blends in. And I think it would be really hard to tell them apart aside from like their obvious branding colors. And I think that that is true, especially in the world of AI. I think that uh, everything is like optimized. Everything is, I think it's, I feel like there's so much noise that it's getting harder and harder for things to stand out. And that's just it. That's just the world that it is. And it is what it is, right? So one of the things that we've been talking about is how do you create content that stands out to you? What does it even mean for content to stand out, right? Um, and for Tom, he has his style, his approach, his way of doing things that is very hands-on. It is a very long process that he has developed over years to create his videos, and everything is all him from start to finish, right? Like he's doing his thumbnails, he's doing his editing, he's setting up for every video, breaking down for every video, he's doing the research, he's doing the testing, he's doing the scripting, all of that. So one of the things that I was thinking about was, why do I keep coming back to Heather Just Play? Like it's fun, sure, but so is this, right? So is the Huddle Up. So is like not doing anything. I could just be playing video games on the couch. There's something about Heather Just Play that like keeps me coming back. And I was really trying to figure out what. I started going down this rabbit hole of like thinking about doing research on like online communities and um, how content creators like leverage influence and all this. I actually made like 4 1-hour videos, and they didn't end up seeing the light of day because I was like I felt like I was on the verge of a breakthrough. I could feel my mind like really turning something over, but I didn't know what it all meant. And then finally yesterday I just woke up and I could feel my brain like already working. And I was like, what are you trying to freaking figure out? What are you trying to figure out? Like, why does this matter so much? What are you trying to get? Like, what are you doing? And I just was like, oh my God. At first I was like excited because I was like, oh, I feel like I'm right there. I feel like, I don't know. I feel the clarity. And then I would swing back the other way and be like, oh my God, like, why do I care about this so much? This is so frustrating because it's so hard to figure out. It's so hard to try to take a feeling and give it meaning, right? What does this mean? And it takes patience. You can't force it. And so I just like sat with it. But then I kept coming back to action. I could sit here and ruminate all day. I can't even tell you how many laps I did around the house of like, I didn't even know what to do. Like I wasn't sure. Am I trying to make a video? Am I trying to take a new direction? Am I trying to do something in the Discord server? Like I wasn't sure. And so I just kept walking. And then Tom would like follow me around the house and he would just see me staring like out the window. And he's like, are you okay? And I was like, I think I'm okay. I don't know. Like I feel antsy. And then it came back down to action, right? And I just knew that the thing I needed to do to kind of get unstuck was to take action, because I could sit here all day and try to analyze all the perfect ways to do things, but sometimes you just have to go and then you can adjust from there. So I decided, I think at like 1 p.m., that I was going to do an impromptu town hall in the Discord server just to be able to kind of share my thoughts and get input. That's all I had. That's all I knew, right? So I scheduled the thing and I told everybody like, "Hey, I don't know. Um I don't I know this is last minute. I know I'm giving you less than 5 hours. If you can make it, you can make it. Great. I will post the recap. But we're doing a town hall." And I saw the RSVPs going up and up. I was like, "Wow, okay. I haven't even told anyone what this is about, but people are willing to listen." That to me was a signal. Like that was right, me taking action. I got feedback. And so that already was helping me feel like I was on the right track. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to do a town hall. People are literally adjusting their plans for that day to attend this thing. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about, right? So I pulled up Keynote and I was just like, what is it that I'm trying to do? Um, and I figured out that the thing that I wanted to do was try to identify what made the Heather Just Play community special. What makes it different from any other community I've been a part of? What makes it different from anything else in my life? Like, what is it? And try to figure it out. And so I had mind maps. I had 2 notebooks. I had Notes app. I had Google Docs. I had like the whole freaking thing. And to me, what it came down to was that, yes, we play video games. Yes, we play Final Fantasy 14. Yes, we are nerds, whatever. But the thing that to me was special, which when I talk about it, you're going to be like, that's a lot of overlap here with YouTube Huddle Up. But there's a lot of magic. I'm calling it magic with the Heather Just Play community. We use Final Fantasy 14 as our main vehicle, but there are so many instances of people feeling glimmers of personal growth and empowerment and accomplishment and building their self-confidence through the Heather Just Play community, right? So even if it's something as simple as I'm going to try this thing in the game that I never thought I would do, that right there, just that shift of I thought I can never do this, and now there's an environment where I feel like it's okay to try. That is powerful, right? And I kept thinking about the world that we live in, the expectations that are put on us as adults. And here is a safe space where you don't have to be afraid to try, where you don't have to be afraid of messing up, where you can try something new, where you have a bunch of mature adults who can suspend all these expectations and fears. Like we could just put that aside for a second. And I think it's because we have a video game, right? Like we do really in-depth discussions about the story of video games. We're talking about the same current issues that are happening now, but because it's in the, I don't know, guise of a video game, it's like it allows us to have very productive discussions in a way where people aren't charged, right? Like it's impossible to have a political conversation online. It's just not possible because it's the internet, right? But here we can all there's just a mutual respect. I don't know. It is magical. And so anyway, I put together this presentation and I was trying to explain like, here's what I think makes this community special. And then I started bawling, like full freaking cry, to the point where I was like, I was just like, can you pull yourself together? My God, all these people are watching, like, get your point across. But I was so moved. And I think it was also like, I'd been trying to figure out this thing for such a long time. And it really felt like I hit the nail on the head in terms of this is the YouTube. This is the thing that feels right to me. And being able to put it out there was like so liberating. It is so the opposite of the way that you're supposed to do YouTube. like so the opposite, but I don't care, right? And here's why. Now I can say I don't care because I care about this instead, right? For almost 10 years with YouTube, I've optimized for numbers, I've optimized for engagement, I've optimized for delivering value and all these things of like standing out to help people make change and transformation in their life and all of that, and making sure you're not wasting anybody's time and all these things, like it's important. I'm not downplaying that all is very important. um but yesterday, what I decided I want to do was optimize for magic, right? Like, I don't care if I don't grow a single subscriber. What I care about, what I want to try to do is for the next 6 weeks, I want to try to create more opportunities for more magic for more people. So I want to, if there's someone who's like super introverted and shy and they've never saw themselves to be somebody who could take leadership on something, or never thought they were creative, or never thought that they could do this, or that they were capable of that, or whatever, and through the safety of in video game things, you can feel a glimpse of that is transferable to your life, right? Like that will have a ripple effect. I 1000% believe that. And I want to focus on that. Just that. It's not something you can quantify. It's not something you can measure, but I feel it, right? And when I gave it a name. It's called Operation Rising Tide. It's 6 weeks. It's starting next week to the end of March. Um, and I invited all. I'm uploading the replay of the town hall right now, but I'm telling everyone, instead of me trying to grow my YouTube channel, instead of me trying to be a better YouTube creator or make better YouTube videos or all these things, what I'm going to do, and I hope that they would come with me, is I want to make it so that the people of this community can have the opportunity to try something beyond their comfort zone. And I want to optimize for that, right? So what does that mean? It means that some people are going to take leadership on something. It might be the first time they've ever led anything in their lives, which is great. Maybe that's just participation, right? Like maybe it's just, you've never liked Dungeons and Dragons before. You've heard of it. And now someone's going to host an event to tell you what it is. And then you can go. And maybe you end up finding out that you don't like it. But at least you have this opportunity, or it's a safe space to try, right? Like, I think that environment from the top down, this kind of community is hard to find right now, right? And so that's why I really want to make it grow and water it. And I put a deadline, so it's not like this is going to be it for 2025. No, it's just going to be 6 weeks, and then we're going to see. Maybe what I find out at the end is, yeah, go back to making YouTube videos. Cool. But I do think it's worth trying. I do think I'm onto something because the reception was so positive. Like everyone only had great things to say. So many people said that I expressed what they were feeling, right? And the first thing that Tom said to me when I turned off, like when I logged off, was he said that was the most magical thing he's ever seen happen on the internet ever. And I was like, that's insane, and Tom and I, obviously, like, we're married, but we are very real with each other because we want each other to, like, we want the best for each other, right? So to hear him say that, and he even said, like, he was watching a YouTube video right before of how everything is starting to look the same in the world. And everything, you open up Gmail, boom, there's AI. I have this like app installed on my phone because of the new iOS, and now it's an AI thing. Like everything there's nothing wrong with AI, but I do think that it kind of takes away the wonder of things, right? Like the agony of me figuring out what is it that I'm trying to do. Like, I needed to take the time to figure that out for myself. It is painful. It's annoying. It's frustrating. But like nobody can tell you how you feel. Only you can. Only you can figure that out. And sometimes that takes time, right? Um, so anyway, all that to say, I titled this like how do you be a YouTube creator in the world of AI? And I think like when it comes to doing YouTube, when it comes to being an adult, really, everyone has a way that they think is the way that you should do it. What I'm here to tell you is today I'm going to try doing it in a way that no one has ever said. And it feels freaking weird. I woke up this morning and I was like, I'm kind of embarrassed that I just started bawling, because like one of my greatest fears of doing Heather Just Play was like crying on camera because every time I see other people cry on camera and it's so clear to me that they are crying for the views, right? Like it's such an engagement thing that like I'm not judging it, but like it kind of makes me feel um it comes off as manipulative to me, right? And then now here I am doing the same thing. So like what's the difference, right? Um I mean, I know what the difference is, but on paper it looks the same, right? So I definitely felt weird. But after watching the replay and of course like talking to Tom and like reflecting about it and seeing the response, I feel like it was the right thing to do, even though it feels weird. And I think the reason why it feels weird is because I'm doing something uncomfortable. And it's uncomfortable because it's risk. It's unknown. It is so much easier to do nothing, right? It's so much easier to just not. That's where it's safe. In inaction. Total safety, right? But that's why it was really important to me to understand what the bigger picture is. What am I working towards? Why? What am I trying to pursue, right? Like, how do I define what is success and fulfillment to me, right? Not anybody telling me, but to me. And that was a very long process, but it feels uncomfortable because it's different, right? Like it's new. I haven't done this before, not because I'm not proud of it, right? Like I know it feels like it was the right thing to do. So anyway, all that to say, it's just a really interesting time right now. I think I'm even noticing a shift in the comments that Tom's been getting. Seems like everyone is just so I feel like the internet personality is getting real vicious, right? Like it is such like people come in I think someone said something to Tom about blah 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 your millennial toy room or something like that, and it's just like, man, says for you to say those 3 words, millennial toy room, there's so much to unpack there, right? It's like it's just a YouTube video. You could leave, you could turn this off. No one is forcing you to watch this, but I feel like that is kind of the world that we live in. And I think it's important to me to create this community where people can have the same respect that we treat each other in person, but have that online, right? So you can still have meaningful interactions and conversations, even if it's somebody that you don't necessarily have everything in common with, or you see things like you disagree on things or whatever. But the important thing is that there is a shared acceptance in terms of we have mutual respect. We're all here to get the same thing, if that makes sense. So anyway, long story long. That's what that was. And I'm uploading the replay right now for the town hall. But I'm really excited about it. I'm hoping to share the results, I guess, with you guys. Because I do think I guess my instinct is that it's not that YouTube is going to get harder. I don't think it's going to get harder. But I do think that that feeling of like how I was agonizing for hours yesterday, I think it's going to be more like that. I think it's going to, well, at least for me, I'll speak for myself. I think it's going to be more like that because you know what you know what is going to allow me to create content that really stands out, that is really unique, is if I take the time to figure out how I feel. It is such a hard process. Like, I wish there was a dashboard that was like, this is what it all means, but it's just like literal feelings that I'm like, this feels like anxiety. This also feels like fear. But you know what's funny is like anxiety and excitement feel exactly the same. Like physically they feel the same, but they can mean very different things. So yeah, it's an experiment that I'm excited to be on, and I plan to share that with all of you. And the other thing I wanted to say is like, one thing that I've been really trying to work on is to listen to my initial instinct and listen to it. I think what I have a tendency to do is talk myself out of it. Talk myself out of my intuition, talk myself out of my first instinct, talk myself out of doing something, right? So yesterday, perfect example, I almost talked myself out of doing the town hall over and over and over and over again the whole day. The whole day I had to push through every single human nature thing that I have that wants to protect me and keep me safe, right? I know I'm jumping into the unknown, but to me, it's worth it. I know where I'm going, but I have to push through all of that, you know, all of the things that are protecting me from the unknown, right? Anyway, sorry. I obviously I have like things to say about it. Okay, let me catch up with comments. Let's see. Dave says, I only check my phone pop-up notifications. My YouTube email notifications go into one of those hidden folders in Gmail. Bum bum bum. Oh, you automatically upload your videos from DaVinci to YouTube. That's interesting. Let's see. David, it is not too late for the wins and goals. You could do that still. Kyle's here. Hi, it's been a while. All right, here's David's goals and wins. 1 live stream and 3 live streams for win. Awesome. Sweet. Boom. I think what's also really special about the Heather Just Play community is that there's no comparison, right? I think that's what one of the things that makes it rare is like there's no YouTube subscriber number. It's purely recreation. Like if you do not find it fun, you could just stop at any time, right? For a lot of the communities I'm in, there is an expectation, right? Like you are at point A, you are part of this community because you want to get to point B. So there's a reason why people are in there. But with Heather Just Play, like there's no like there's no way to measure progress. There's no way to compare anybody to each other, right? Like, yeah, we could talk about like leveling up in game or whatever, but there's no competition. Like, it's not a competitive game. So yeah, it's just interesting. Let's see. Dave, let me add your sticker. Kyle's goal is to upload a video on a short, and you uploaded 3 shorts and wrote a script for the next long-term video. Kyle, oh, you know what? I don't have you on here, Kyle. I took you off, but I'm going to add you on after. Let me see. I'll just save your comment and then add it after. Okay, let's see. Millennial toy room. Someone slinging the term millennial toy room out of the comments sounds like someone who is very envious of said toy room. Right. I really feel you on talking yourself out of doing something. I definitely do that all the time. Yeah. My goals aren't in the spreadsheet. Did I dream that? You read? No, they should be there. Oh! Did I not put the goal? Andre. Hold on. I must have missed your goal. I got your win, but I got your. Let me add your goal. Oh. See? Thanks for checking, guys. Okay, cool. Let me catch up with comments. Let's see. Okay, everyone. So I think that's where I'm going to end it. But thank you for being here. And if you have any questions that we want to talk about for future huddle ups, I'm all ears. Just let me know. And you can always check the spreadsheet anytime at YouTube Huddle Up, bit.ly/YouTube Huddle Up 2025. That's what it is. And yeah, I know we still have a few minutes, but it's like so hot in here. So it's weird weather right now in California. I don't know if you guys have heard, but it's like I can't tell whether it's hot or it's cold. So all right. Anyway, with that said, I hope you guys are all doing well, and it was so good to see you all, and I will catch you next week. Have a great rest of your week with all things you're going to be creating, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye, everybody.